everything set together. Ma Yisrael Adam, what's the advantage of a human being over all the others? And he came to the conclusion, the Maila of humans is the Chachmah. And the purpose of the whole world, when it's the shleimus of the world, as one will achieve a complete Chachmah and wisdom in this world. It's brought down in Halacha, in the Rambam's word, in Hilchos Tshuva. That's this shit is called Chochmas Achkira. He says that really, when will we be able to understand? This is all things that are going to help us to get, and like we shouldn't be bothered by anything physical. We'll be able to focus on developing our wisdom and our Chochmah. So, based on this shit, that Yemais HaMashiach is going to be a Sagas Elikus, but only as a emtsoi in order to get to Olam Haba, we know that that's the Geula. So according to that, what is the position of the Melech HaMashiach? Who is that person going to be? According to this Shitta, it's going to be a very wise man. Someone who is extraordinarily smart and wise. He knows Torah. He's a Navi even, because Nevuah is not one of the Madregas of Chachmah. So he's going to have all these qualities. So the purpose of the world is to become smarter and wiser towards Olam Haba. So the Melech HaMashiach, his job is going to be to teach everyone Torah Chadasha, a lot of great things. But that's his purpose. That's why we need a human being. That's according to the shit that we talk about, Jewishly, spiritually smarter. The Hasaga we're talking about is a Saga Selikus. We're not talking only about Hasaga of the world. Obviously, when you think about the world, we'll get, but more questions at the end, because they told me I have very limited time. The second, because people's listening span is short. The second Shitta is not Hasaga. The second one is Shleimus Olam. What does that mean? This is the halachic and biblical, let's say, purpose of the world. And it's brought down in Tanya that the purpose of Olam Haba is Galus Malchusa Ba'olam Al-Yedei Kiyum HaTorah Mitzvos. Nothing to do with Hasaga. With the Eibishter, all of it, Tzayna, Ono Emloich, Avadayim. And we shouldn't be anyone else's avodim, not avodim for Gashmis, not avodim for anything else. It's also Al Yema Odama Efshi the Psachozil Efshi Umaise Shabelanum Kozaralai. It means Hashem wanted to be a king, and the purpose of this world is going to be when Hashem is going to be Melecha Kolayom Kolayom Vedecho. No, it says doch Hashem Elekeinu Hashem Echad. Hashem Shu Elekeinu Hu Asid Liyais Hashem Echad. He's going to be a king, one of the whole world, and the whole world is going to listen to him. So according to this Shitta, what should be the purpose of the world? What's going to be the position of the Melech HaMashiach? Why do we need a human being there for us? We're not going to be slaves. We're going to Yachuf Eskol Oilam Kuloi. To be the Eibishter's slaves, we already had Beit Mitzrayim. We already had the Ramat Torah. What's going to be the Chiddush in the Geula Hasidah? Why do we need the Melech HaMashiach? He is going to be such a leader, someone who's going to be so charismatic, who's going to force the whole world, is going to be so strong, everyone's going to go after him, not only Yidden, everyone's going to go. So then, by the whole world coming after the Eibishter, Hashem's Malchus is much bigger in the whole world. So, these two shittas we see in the Rambam himself, between Hilchos Tshuva and Hilchos Melech HaMashiach. What are the differences? In the first Shitta, Mashiach will be a wise person. According to the second Shitta, the purpose is Hashem's Malchus in the world. Either words you could say. According to the first Shitta, Yemais HaMashiach is only a medium in order to get to Olam Haba. According to the second Shitta, the world itself is a purpose where we're going to serve the Eibishter as slaves. And according to that, the two Shittas, what's going to be the person, which is called the Melech HaMashiach. So the first one is going to be a smart person who's going to be teaching. According to the second Shitta, it's going to be a leader. Now, this is only for Chassidus really came and revealed, especially the Rebbe Rashab, that the reason and purpose for the creation of the whole world is all of it is not the real purpose. That's already a Ratzin, it's ICS. We know the Ratzin, that the word of Mis'ave is something which is unexplainable. That's how we call it the Taiva. Of Taiva, in fact, Mishkim Kashes doesn't mean practically we don't ask questions because that's his Taiva. No, of Taiva, in fact, Mishkim Kashes means it's a purpose which you cannot aim to understand because it's not questionable. Questionable means we have a reason to understand it. So, according to this Arab Yishmael means Gilu Elikus in the world. It's a whole different purpose of the world. Yichud Kosher Shchinte, Yichud Ma'ubad, all the different terms we know that, especially Derech Shvi revealed us, all the Inyan of Chibur Hafchim, all these different things, which express themselves mainly according to this Shitta, which is this Galut Mechusar. So this is what this is the point I got to also with that guy in Miami. We came to the conclusion that that's the purpose of the world and that's the highest purpose, the most true purpose, that's the purpose we're all aiming for. According to this, it depends on us and the Eivishter. Where does a person come in between? Why does the Gilul Likus is depending, okay, Ashma Gashmis we know comes to Nasir. Ashma Ruchnis, Das in the Likus. Different Benedictonim, but it's still kind of like missing a little bit understanding if the purpose is Dirim Sachtoinim and we do it, so where does the Melech HaMashiach come? Okay, the Eibush is going to rule in the world, we'll see the Likus on the benches. And then what? Where do we need a person, the Melech HaMashiach? According to the first Shitta, we need a teacher. To the second Shitta, we need a leader who is going to lead the whole world and convince all the going to run after Eretz Yisrael and give us all their money. So according to the Gilul Likus in the world, the Eibush is going to be revealed in the world. That's it. Where does a person come in the story? I would love to hear your thoughts, and I think it's a topic. Once we're mechaded it, we understand exactly what's our question. A small thought I think could kind of like solve it is to understand that in Yiddishkeit, and I think that's a very good mashal, it's very applicable for everyone who's having conversations like that there's no Gilui Likus in the world almost, starting from Matan Torah, Moshe Rabbeinu, and starting from all the Nisim and Meifsim and everything the Eibishter did in this world, there's no Gilui Likus not through people. And I'll explain it. Not through humans. I'll give it a little different. You see all the Sfarim around us. Nach Misnagdim say, oh, Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch is the Eibishter's Ratzin. The Gemara is the Eibishter's Ratzin. The Mishnah is the Eibishter's Ratzin. 1 second. Who wrote the Gemara? Weren't that also human beings? Weren't the Mishnah also kind of like a person? Wasn't Moshe Rabbeinu a person that gave us over the Torah and the Sesavibis? Wasn't there like all the Sfarim we see, if we just close our eyes and for a second we think about it, that behind the Sefer, that we call the Eibishter Sefer, we don't know there's a person behind it, so it gives us an understanding that Hashem's way to reveal Himself in this world and give us over what His Ratzin is Galus Elikus comes through Moshe Rabbeinu, comes through Nasi Yisrael, comes through Rosh Alfei Yisrael Shavdeira. Because in Neshama, in this guf cannot handle Elikus even if it's revealed, if it doesn't come through the tzad, doesn't come through Moshe Rabbeinu. And according to that, the tafkid of the Melech HaMashiach is going to be, it's still going to be kind of a memutza. Even though we'll be able to see Elikus Matra B'Golui, the fact we'll be able to see that is dafka through having someone between us and the Eibishter, someone who's going to help us to see that Elikus in the world are not contradictions. So these are my thoughts. Not my thoughts, it's like a little bit based on a great book, it's called Inyan Shal Melech HaMashiach. And these three shittas we need to know, and we need to understand they don't contradict each other. There's the famous Rebbe Sicha how the Rambam Ilchus Tshuva and the Rambam Ilchus Malachim don't contradict. The mashal from a Poyalim and a Balabais, that the Poyalim think we want to get our money, that's our schar, we want Olam Habo. That's why on the way we try to save the Eibishter. That's why we want to eat and drink and do things on the way. That's our goal. The Balabai says, Mapitom, you guys are here, while you're building, you're fulfilling your purpose. So that's the difference between the first two shittas. According to the first shitta, we want to get to the Haba, we just need a teacher who's going to lead us and make us more complete people. The second shitta is from Das Elyon, the Amish's perspective. Are you guys kidding me? You want to be Chachamim? It's not, I want to be the king. And you, by serving me, you're making me a king. So these two shittas you understand. The third shitta is Chassidus of two, that the Amish's wants much shecher, he wants this Avet, Dir Sachtainim. And for that, we need a lot of alikusim. We should all be busy learning Chassidus and Iklet and doing a lot of things in all three departments, whether it's learning, Kabbalah's oil, or you're doing the in the world, and we're going to